Welcome to all the judges and participants to the mentoring session of Insight Vision 2020 organized by Sage University. Each team is having slot of 10 minutes. So let's start this.
Shubha madam,
Yes,
presentation timing is 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, and 3 minutes would be for discussion.
thank
Okay,
you.
so they have to
Okay.
wind up their presentation in 4 to 5 minutes.
So team, let's start with the presentation and after then there will be the time slot for the discussion. So please start your presentation. The team leader,
Yeah,
please start your presentation.
yes, ma'am. Uh, Rishiraj,
Utkarsh, please present, and I will speak up.
should I share the screen?
Please check if you are the co-host, then you can
Excuse
share.
me, Sani Vigyan, please leave the meeting. You're supposed to enter in your time slot. Sani Vigyan, please leave the meeting. You're supposed to enter in your time slot.
Ma'am, the team leader should be assigned as the co-host, otherwise he wouldn't be able to share his screen.
Who is the team lead, Utkarsh?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Utkarsh,
Utkarsh? Yes.
I can't share the screen still. I can't share the screen. It's showing host disabled the participation screen of participant screen sharing.
I'll give you the permission now. You can share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, please continue.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
yes,
yes, Utkarsh, please start the slideshow from start.
yeah. Yeah. So the solution we have named our solution as X bribe. Uh, the problem statement was digital solution to combat bribery and justice restoration system. So the description is there. We'll not go into the description.
Utkarsh, the slideshow is still not visible. Please check.
Enable editing.
Uh, it should be visible.
Please enable editing and start.
Enable editing.
Visible now?
Yes, please start the slideshow now.
Slideshow.
Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Please start the slideshow. Go to the slideshow section.
Yeah. So we named our solution as X bribe. Is it visible now, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the problem statement was a digital solution to combat bribery and justice restoration system. For that, we have came up with the idea of creating an Android app for reporting and one website for which will be usually used for tracking the cases. And website can also be used for reporting the cases in case the user doesn't means have the app at that time, or just like consider wherever the bribery case is happening, the user can't instantly report it. So he can just log on to the website later, and for that we have given the option on the website.
Okay.
And,
So
now
now,
Rishiraj will present.
yeah. So the existing solutions. Please move on to the next slides. The next one. Yes, please stop here. So the existing solutions, yeah, please stop. The existing solutions that we have and we have seen online is that it has a very uneasy UI, or there is no legitimacy or any verification of the report cases reported if we report it anonymously, or there is no prioritization of the cases in the form of case submission, or if the case has been accepted or not, or if the case is being processed, or if it is being worked on not, and there is not a real-time notification system enabled in any of the existing solutions. So through our app and our website, we want to connect that bridge and keep anonymity at the topmost level, while enabling all the features such as prioritization of cases, or enabling real-time notifications, or enabling the legitimacy of cases, or if the cases are properly reported or not, if the cases are properly being worked upon or not by the authorities, enabling users to get to know about that. So we had our internal hackathon in our college, and we had progressed some part regarding the solution. The website that we had built, the website has mainly two features. One is for the administration side. The administration can receive cases, and he can handle the case reports and all the case media files that he has got. And on the public portal will display all the cases that has been reported, and also the public can and also the general public can report cases if needed from the website. The app is focused on one main idea. The app is focused is that it will aim anonymity of the users, while still the users can track their cases, get real-time notifications of their cases, and also get an idea how much their case is being progressed or not. So the app is based on instant reporting, where the user, if he is present at some place and bribery cases are being uh, a bribery is being seen at that place, the app will instantly identify the location of the user, and the user will fill up a form. It is a simple two-step process, and there will be a verification process at the end, and the user can simply report that case at that exact moment. The app is just focused at an instant reporting while maintaining the anonymity, whereas the website is focused at two ways. One is for the administration side, where the administration can check the cases and handle the cases, and also if a user, he thinks that he can come home and comfortably sitting at his desktop report the cases, he can do that as well. So this is the initial solutions that we came up, and through the help of the mentoring sessions and the evaluations, we hope to look forward to more suggestions and work on our model. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. What
Yes,
are the
ma'am.
main features of your website?
Utkarsh?
Yeah, it basically has two portals. One is for public, and the other one is for administrator. And on the public portal, whatever the cases have been reported, they can be shown. Means any general public can see the cases, but they can't see the details. They can just see that in this and this department and in this and this ministry, a case has been reported at this and this time. Only this much thing, not the internal things, not the media files, or not the description, not those things, and nothing about the reporting user. Okay, uh, this was the main thing for the public portal. And for the administrator portal, they can see all those cases in the detail, and they can also manage them. They can send a message to the user, or they can prioritize the cases based upon the priority they want to give the cases. And they can also add them, means sort them according to the folders, or what means they can organize them basically. And they can search, sort, and filter among those cases. And whenever they will change the status of the cases, such as resolved or updated, or they want to contact the user will be getting an instant notification on their phone, and their email address, with whatever email address they're means registered the case.
Okay. How you are checking the authenticity of cases? Are they
Uh,
authentic or they are fake? How you are
yes, ma'am.
checking all these things?
So the main factor that came up in front of us is maintaining the anonymity of the users, though focusing on the authenticity of the cases. So we had gone through ideas, and one very common idea that came up to us is Aadhaar verification. But Aadhaar verification is something which we think has a flaw, because if we share a user's phone number or user's Aadhaar ID, then the database or the server will have all the information of the user, starting from his home address to everything, because Aadhaar is basically based on that. So
But through Aadhaar, you can check only identity. I am talking about case. Case is genuine or not. How you will
yes,
check
ma'am.
that?
We had not gone with any Aadhaar OTP verification. All for the checking of the cases, if the case is genuine or not, we are using a machine learning model. We had came up with this idea at the end, that it is a machine learning model, which is a spam detection model. It will check for spam in the description of the cases, or in the reported ministries, or in the reported cities, or any other description where a descriptive text is written, and the machine learning model will detect if it is a wrong text or if it is a correctful text, and thus it will help us ensure that the cases reported are genuine, and then the authorities can move forward with the cases.
Okay. Then okay. So you have to show all these things that you have used the machine learning also for
Yeah.
checking the authenticity of cases.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, from my
We are.
side.
Okay, thank you so much,
Yeah,
ma'am.
hi. Yeah, may I?
Yes, sir, sure, sir.
Yeah, hi. Looks great. I mean, congratulations for the part that you have already shown. Looks interesting. One thing is, yes, ma'am was talking about authenticity of the case. At the same time, the things that you were discussing is the authenticity of the user, which is at the same time very important. So
Yes,
you
sir.
were going in the right direction. I would, it's not a question, but I'd like to give you a suggestion that yes, Aadhaar verification can be very useful in this case, and you can always mask the identity while publishing the case online. So it's not that only all the users' personal details will be displayed in the public domain, but you can mask it. You can mask it with certain numbers, alphanumerical numbers, while
Okay,
showing
sir.
it. So
Sir,
at the
actually,
back end,
we
you can verify it. At the back end, you can verify it if the user is genuine or not, or somebody is just just registering fake cases. And
yes, sir.
in the back end, you can verify it. So it's not a public prerogative to give all the information in public domain, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and second thing is, I'll ask two questions. Then, sorry, two statements. Then you can probably elaborate. So I am not very clear about how ML model can be used in concising cases down to the as priority or something like that. Your intention is very clear. One is prioritization of the cases, and second is workflow management, real-time workflow management for the cases, right? If I am not
Yes.
understanding that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I don't understand how ML can be. If you could give us a high-level view how it will work, probably that
Sir,
can.
we
Yeah.
aren't using the ML model for prioritization of the cases. The prioritization of the cases will be done from the authority side only. They will have an option for prioritization of the cases on the website portal, where they can choose if the case has been accepted, if the case is being worked upon, or if the case has been resolved or not, or if the case is archived as being found as spam. The ML model is specifically working on checking if the case is a spam or not. Sir,
Okay, got it.
yes, sir. And this another thing that you asked, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I didn't ask. I just clarified that you can utilize the other for verification of
Uh,
this
yes, sir.
database. Yeah.
Actually, we had come up with a different idea. We have always focused on our app to maintain anonymity, and we thought that we could just proceed forward with this whole framework, with this whole idea, only with the use of email and a user ID. So we had implemented the whole idea using in our internal hackathon. We had implemented the whole idea only using email and user ID.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So we thought
Okay.
that if a user feels that his anonymity is being not put upon, so he can just make an anonymous email ID. He can use that email ID to report the cases, and the authorities will contact him through the email ID. And if the user reports a case through the app, he will obviously get real-time notifications of the progress of his cases.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So this is our idea, sir. We hope to make it more proper and work upon it better.
Sure. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
We would like to allow the next team to please enter in the meeting, and the rest of the team can leave now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Papa,
Vigyans, all the members are present. The Vigyans team. Vigyan team, are you there?
Ma'am, one member is absent.
One member is
She will be.
who is not
Her
present.
internet, Sushmita is not present. Her internet connection is very weak and she cannot make a video call.
Okay, fine. So rest of the members of Vigyan, Ghanshyam, Rajshri, Sani, Saroj are present.
Yes, ma'am.
Abhishek also, right? So please start your presentation and then when we have, then judges will tell you about this. Share your PPT.
Uh,
I'm audible?
Hello. Yeah, the voice was a bit low. Now you are audible.
I'm audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am,
Now
you
it
are
is okay.
audible.
Okay, fine. Then please, the team of Vigyan, start your presentation.
Ma'am, we didn't know that we had to make a presentation for the evaluation. Sorry, for the mentoring session.
Fine.
Can we describe the
Yes, sir, sure. You can describe your problem statement.
yeah? Shall I begin, ma'am?
Yes, wait a minute. All the other team members other than Vigyan, please leave the meeting. Okay, please continue.
Hi, good morning. My name is Ghanshyam from Team Vigyan. Our problem statement is RK58, and we have to build a system uh, for the prevention of bribery in the police department. And for that, actually, the problem statement, it mentioned that we have to do something in order to combat bribery and prevent it, and a reporting system. So what we are trying to build is an app where users can report the bribery incidents, and it will record the bribery and it will store it in a database which will never be deleted. So the main thing we are trying to achieve here is that the database can never ever be deleted whatsoever, because usually in the bribery incidents many a times sorry, can you please mute your mic? Someone's mic is on. Hello. Yeah. So generally in bribery incidents, many a times very high-ranking officials are also involved. So what we have done is, what we will do is, the database will never ever be deleted. Let's say something happens and let's say there was a complaint against bribery and it gets solved. So even if it gets solved, we will just mark it as solved. We won't delete it. And let's say somebody just put a spam or something, and the spam won't be deleted, because if there is a way to delete, then it can be deleted, right? So whatever be the case, we won't delete. It just changes the folder, and let's say something was reported as spam or our AI detected something as spam, then it will be moved to the spam folder, but it won't be deleted, and public will still be able to see it. And another thing is, the system is not private between the person who is complaining the bribery and the department who is receiving it. Rather, the whole thing is completely public. The whole database is public, and the department doesn't get a private panel to see anything, because we believe that such kind of reportings, they can be entirely public. And so let me explain that with an example. Let's say somebody recorded a bribery incident, let's say in a particular thana or anything, and he wants to report it. So he can go to the app and he can report the incident. And as soon as he reports it, he can also upload some evidence along with it, let's say pictures, PDF, or anything. And that complaint, it will be public. In the app, it can be seen. So the officials who want to deal with it, they can see it, and even others can see it. And like a public platform, there will be voting on it, not in the sense of election voting, but like a community voting. So when the complaint is put, let's say sorry, did you ask anything? So let's say I find that bribery reporting very valid, and I also have some evidence about it. So I can upvote it, and I will, uh, yeah, so I will upvote it, and like that, when the upvoting happens, it will, uh, the most serious kind of bribery incidents, they will stay at the top, and that way uh, we will be easily able to address the problems. That's the idea. Any comments about it?
Hello.
Hello, yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you are designing a website for reporting the cases of bribery. Okay.
The reporting will happen in the app, and
Okay.
there will be a web admin panel.
Okay. So the same question, how you will check the authenticity of user and cases?
For ma'am, there are, I think, other participants from other groups are also present here. I can see RK60 from 2 members from RK60.
Yes, I'm
Sure,
removing.
madam. Please tell them to leave.
I'm removing them. Other members other than Vigyan, please leave the meeting. They are not allowed in this meeting. Kindly leave. I'm removing them.
Hello, I think they are removed.
Yes.
So there are two problems, as ma'am said. So the first problem is authenticity. So for that, we want to have complete anonymity in the app, the whole platform. So, and also we want to verify the user. So for that, the solution which we have devised is, when the user signs up, they have to sign up with their phone number, and an OTP will be sent, which the user has to validate. But the phone number will not actually be stored. Rather, a hash of the phone number will be stored. So, and the hash will act as a username. So when the user signs up, we will store the hash of their phone number as the username. So when the next time they try to log in, the hash will be compared, and we will be able to log them in without storing any actual data about the user. So they even to sign up, they don't have to give their name also. And I think this sign up process will provide integrity also. There won't be the user won't be able to impersonate as some other user, because they have to use an OTP to log in. And the second problem is, what about the fake reportings uh, and all? So it's community verified. So so there are three main components in the app. So one is complaint, one is evidence, and another is comment. So let's say I made a complaint that a particular let's say some traffic officer, they are taking a lot of bribes, then upvoting will happen. It's a very proven technique. Actually, I was also thinking that let's say there are some people who are just interested to harm us. They don't want our platform to grow and like that. So they will try to spam everything. They will try to upvote wrong. So let's say there is something which is not correct, and they want to upvote it so that some false argument can be made. But it's all public. So as compared to the fake people, we have more real people who are genuinely interested in reporting this kind of stuff. So they will upvote or downvote, and it works. We have similar platforms like Quora and Stack Overflow, and they have been doing very nice with this kind of model. So we are trying to build this in the bribery system also.
Okay, all the best.
Ma'am, thank you. Any comments or any corrections we can make, or any suggestions from your part?
Yes, yes. You have to include
Yeah.
all these things that you are saying.
Yes.
Yeah, hi. Good solution. Starting of the solution. So I have a couple of points to make. I mean, your solution hovers around the idea of keeping the entire database correct, right? Without
Yeah.
any deletion of data, any
Yeah.
manipulation of data. So what technology you are thinking about?
for now, we are just thinking about plain Django database, just the ordinary ones. But then the problem is, if surely somebody will have the actual access to the servers, because we have to update the code in the servers, and then he can delete it. But we will try. The time span is only like 2 to 3 days, so we have to build a web and Android and also the APIs. But in the end, we will try to implement blockchain so that any data which
Correct,
is
correct.
stored, the
Yeah.
hash of it, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll try to do that for the
So that
integrity
was the
of data.
intention of the that was the intention of the question, because this can be very well implemented using blockchain technology, wherein you can encrypt the user information and keep it till perpetuity, right? So that is
Yes,
one.
sir. Yes.
Second is you are saying that you will be opening up the cases to through an interactive UI to the public, right? For
Yes, sir.
voting purpose and all. So do you think about collaborating with some social media platform, or you'll have a separate UI for this? Where
We
people will
will
go
be
to the website and vote, because this will be a
a very
cumbersome process
separate.
to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
please
Please
continue,
go
sir.
ahead.
So I think the social media websites, they collect a lot of information. If we try to put Facebook login or anything, the concept of anonymity will be, we won't be able to implement any kind of anonymity. And to report some bribery incident, the app will be like less than 5 MB. And given the trade-off, the hassle of installation of app and then reporting, compared with the anonymity which the social media will hamper, I think we still win in the trade-off. The user can install an app to protect his privacy.
Okay. And just
What
one
do you think
more.
about it, sir?
Yeah, absolutely fine. You are going in the right direction. Last thing is, how do you think that the group dynamics can be managed through this? You are saying that you'll be opening up the entire stack of bribery cases to public. So as you said, primarily those who are in a good position, they can use quotient to do things and remove data. So don't you think they will use group dynamics to downgrade their issues as well?
Group dynamics, as in, let's say I did some bribery, so I'll ask my friends and colleagues and their friends and colleagues
Exactly.
to downvote.
Yeah.
But that can be done, but still they can just downvote it, but they cannot delete anything. And even if someone is trying to ask some people to downvote, but they cannot publicly make a request, so they won't have a lot of people to make downvotes. They will just privately contact their friends and colleagues. But the whole country will be, let's say they are interested in upvoting it, so we still win.
Sure.
It already
Thanks.
happens in, let's say in Quora, there is a very good answer and you want to downvote. People do downvote, but still the upvoted answers are very high and you get a very correct answer on top.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
That only 4 members are present from your team, and you're saying that you're having 5 members.
Sorry, ma'am, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, ma'am, your voice is not clear. Shubha madam, your
Hello,
voice is not
hello.
clear.
Is it audible now?
Yes, now it is
Yes.
audible.
Ghanshyam, you're saying you are having your 16 members, but only 4 are present in the mentoring session. The remaining 2 members are not present.
Let me quickly check, ma'am. SIH meeting.
Only Saroj, Abhishek, Ghanshyam, and Rashi were present through the mentoring session. Other 2 members, as you have said, Shushmita is not there due to network issue, but the remaining 1 member is also not there.
Let me very quickly check it. I did ask everybody to attend it right before the meeting. Let me see. I think there should be a network problem because they were asked, and right before the meeting, we were scheduled to attend it.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, now, Vigyanti.
Ghansham, for evening session, please tell them to try to attend because it is, I think, compulsory for evaluation session.
Yes, Ghanshyam,
Sure, ma'am. And
please.
yeah,
And put all your screenshot and progress on Slack.
yes, ma'am, we will.
Okay.
So we will put it in the private channel, the private RK58 channel, because other
Yes.
teams are also there. They will see what we have built.
I think you can send us personally.
May I
Our
have the
personal ID.
usernames, please?
My username is RK58 Shweta underscore evaluator.
Let me note it down. Yeah, I got it, ma'am. And any other IDs where I have to send it?
I think you have to send to other judges ID also.
Yeah, in
I'll
case you
ask with
need
the.
mine,
Yeah, please,
yeah,
sir.
in case
Please
you
tell it.
need mine, it's the same with the middle, middle part of the thing is Arindam, ARINDAM.
ERINDAM. Yes, sir. Noted. I'll send it. Send
Re-
the screenshots
Rest part
regularly.
remains the same. Yeah, rest
Yes, sir.
remains the same.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay,
Thank
right
you.
now, please
Uh,
you can leave the meeting, and
Okay,
the
thank
next
you.
team is allowed, Hope Society. Hope
okay, ma'am.
Society, all the members are present here. Society. Siddhant, you are the team leader.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning,
Okay,
ma'am.
so all your members are present. Siddhant,
Ma'am, one member is not there still. I'll call him.
Abhishek, please leave the meeting. Okay, rest, you can continue and please inform your other member to please join the meeting. There are only 5 members.
Uh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, please continue.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Siddhant Mishra, and I'm representing my team, Folk Society. We are from the Institute St. Francis Institute of Technology. Uh, uh, we are a student of computer engineering, and we have a team of web developers and application developers with also blockchain developers. So with my introduction, I am a cross-platform developer, currently mentoring 10 projects, cross-platform projects at a company called Starting.in Educare. And my team consists of members. Their names are Semil Shah, Jesden Rafael, Avni Vartak, Hitanshu Panchal, and Ansel D'Souza. So now, uh, ma'am, we have some questions regarding the problem statement. So uh, we have noted down.
Okay, Siddhant, I will start from
Okay.
there. Very good morning to all the dignitaries.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay. Actually, is having I think some mic issues. Okay. Sorry, ma'am, for the delay. Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, and sir, for the delay. Actually, is having some issues. So we have some concerns like the problem statement that combating bribe should be involved only in the police department, or which that should cover all the other departments also. We have this one question, first question. So
So, if I may answer this question, So bribery is not a a department specific thing. It covers all the departments, but it is probably reported at the police department and taken action by the police department and judicial department jointly. So the cases are, if you consider the cases, the inflow is from all departments, and it is restricted for action. It is restricted to police department and judiciary.
So it should cover everything, like wherever bribe has been taken and wherever any incident regarding to bribe has occurred.
See, I gave you an overall idea. So if your solution is specific to some department of, or specifically with say, for example, cyber bribery, or something like educational bribery, or say police bribery, any of the domain specific bribery, you can go ahead with that as well.
Okay. Okay. I have some other questions also. Semil, if you can. Uh, uh,
Okay, good morning, sir. So this was one of our major doubt regarding where we need to focus. The another doubt that we have that regarding the convection of the bribery. So apparently we are providing some of the e-service which police provides. Okay, so you want us to provide another e-service like certificate issuance, if it is a birth certificate or an income certificate or a caste certificate, from an electronic way, so that the bribery reduces. So do we have right to do that, because that is like a government sector? So can we do that with help of our application?
So if you consider the current scenario, in a lot of cases, there is digitization prevailing in different departments. Like say for example, in different states, it is seen that the birth certificates are issued in a digitized way. And if you, yes, definitely, if you want to collaborate the ecosystem and build a planning so that these efforts are minimized, then that is welcome. But do you think it is commendable to consider all the various digitization initiatives within this small arena of time? So keeping that in mind, I should the focus should be a little more on the bribery system.
Okay, sir. Okay. And I have another word. How do you expect us to handle evidence security? Like apparently there is a evidence. If there is an electronic way of evidence, then there is only a single storage, and if there is a hard copy, then there are some rules. So do you expect us to enhance the evidence security?
So in judiciary system, as per my knowledge, hard copies or hard documents are considered to be primary evidences, and secondary evidences are electronic evidences in general, right? So electronic evidences, as you already said, some of your team members is a blockchain expert, so he understands the sanctity of the data, is how important it is, and that can be preserved through blockchain technology. This is just a suggestion, so that data is not removed or probably cut out from the main evidence repository. So that way you can
Okay, sir.
think. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. And okay, do the department expects an admin side to accept and decline applications, like if there is a bribery request made or a report made? So are they expecting an admin side which would first invigilate that if it is true or it is not a spam, and it would accept or decline it, okay, with the help of assessment of evidences that have been submitted and timestamps?
Yeah, absolutely. In my perspective, it is an absolute requirement. Yeah.
Okay.
So others,
Okay,
other
sir.
judges or mentors, if there is any comments from your side, you can please append.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Please repeat your question.
Ma'am, I asked that does the department expects an admin side who would assess the request which is made by the user? Because many a times it happens that there is spam request, or also if there is
Yes,
like
yes.
before going it to the court and wasting the court's time, there is an intermediary assessment team.
Yes, yes, yes.
So does the department expect that?
So I think you should include some mechanism for
Okay, okay, ma'am.
checking the authenticity of your cases. It may be like if you are not able to do it electronically, so you can use some third party mechanism, or you can hire a particular admin for that purpose. So you require some mechanism to check the authenticity of checking cases on the basis of provided evidence. It is very much required.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Another doubt which I had was, what are the different type of certificates? And apparently, at this present moment, certificates and the services which are provided by the police to the people, because that are the cases where the bribery most occurs. Like if I want to NOC certificate, and if some of my documents are not right, then I pay a bribe to get that. Or even if it's right,
Yes.
some police officer tells that they no, it's not right, and they ask for a bribe. So can I know what are the different type of at present what are the different type of certificate which are issued, so that we try to get a digital way to combat that, because that is our view to how to combat the bribery. Hello, was I audible?
So,
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so if I may take that question, so there are two specific distinct parts of this problem statement. You are going probably a little one step behind that, and thinking that if you digitize, then bribery will not be happening. So it's more of a precautionary step that you are taking, right? But the
Okay. Yeah.
intent of this problem statement is to identify and mitigate bribery. So as an assumptive statement, I can consider that, say, for example, we are not taking measures. Yes, definitely, it is your own free right to include solution that may probably decrease the number of human involvement in generating tickets or certificates that you are saying. But the intent, primary intent of this problem statement is to identify when the bribery happens. So it's more of mitigation perspective. It's not precursor perspective. Understand my point?
Yes, sir. Matlab, you are asking us to focus more on the reporting side, that if the bribery happens, then it should be solved very precautiously.
Correct. That is in my understanding. That is more required from this problem statement.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
definitely.
definitely, if you can include some of the areas that you highlighted, like generating of tickets, or generating of certificates can be digitized, so that the touch perspective is less with a
Okay.
human being. So that can be a perspective as well. Thanks.
Okay, sir. Definitely, we would look forward to that. And so, the last dot which I have, that what is the ratio of the public's accessibility to these records? Like, we can also keep all the records on the blockchain which are available to all the public who can view that, or do you want us to constrain the records and to only give the evidence on that side, or like what are the ranges? Like, you want the complete data to be upheld to public, so that public can see every report that has been reported, or you just and you want public involvement in its assessment, or you just want admins involvement in the assessment and public can only view the evidence?
So can you explain this assessment, the word assessment that you use?
Yeah, so the thing is, like, apparently what the technology we have thought is like an application on the user side, okay, and the website plus application for the admin side. So if the user wants to report a bribe, so he would be need to fill a form, okay, and he uploads the evidence, okay, and that evidence we can ideally store on the blockchain, or else on the local database of the Firebase. The database we are storing locally is a Firebase. So that same thing is been viewable to the admin side, and admin assess based on the evidence submitted to the admin and the details, and he can also provide the timestamp. So like the timestamp when this thing happened, or
Correct.
when the video was shot, the timestamp, the original time. So you can also authenticate that, how authenticate the user is, because many times they try to bluff the people, or to get their things out. They can bluff that I would report a bribe for you, if you're not doing manual. So we need to take both of the considerations, because one bad case would affect the whole career of that person who has been reporting the bad. So we would consider the both functions. So during that assessment, how much public involvement you want? Like it should be open to public. Let public also assess this, or only admin should be able to assess, and public must be able to view all the data submitted by the user and the final result.
So in my perspective, it is not public's prerogative to assess a crime. If I may consider to use this as a bribery as a phrase of crime. So it is the prerogative of the judicial system to understand and assess it, right? It is the prerogative of the judicial system to assess the evidences as well. It is not the public who actually understands everything, because they are not expert in analyzing or framing. Just by framing opinion, it's not the right path of judging crime, right? In my opinion, this should not be disclosed to public always, but yes, we have RTI in our system. So in case any public, any person wants to know about this.
So your voice was breaking in the last statement. So can you please repeat that?
Yeah, so I'm saying it is if any person wants to understand or know about certain case or his own case, he has all the right to raise a RTI and get the information available, right? But you should not be disclosing all the official information of especially the evidential information to public, in my opinion, because public depends on dynamics. Say they always take decision based on the visuals or emotions, but judiciary system is not based on emotional perspective. It's based on evidences and analyzing the evidences, right?
Okay, so we completely get that. So our main motive will be focusing on the privacy of the evidence, maintain the solidity and maintain the structure of this current system, and providing an efficient way for the judiciary as well as to the user and as well as to the admin.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was all from my side. So we have prepared a short video presentation regarding our idea and our expect. So can you allow us to show that? Not here, we would definitely, because we have taken exceed the time. So can I share a link of that video on the Slack channel or to you personally, and can you please give us view on that?
Yes, yes. You just share this link.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, I will share you privately or on the Slack
And
channel.
keep sending updates on Slack or whatever you are doing.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Definitely, definitely. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, now
Yeah, all the best.
Thank you.
so now leave the meeting, and now the next meeting is for retro group. So please, folk society members, please leave the meeting.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Akhtar from the retro trades group.
Yes, ma'am.
Inform your team members to please join the meeting as per the schedule.
Okay, ma'am. They are joining.
Sure.
Hi, Bhaskar, you are the team lead of your team.
Bhaskar, is it audible?
No, sir. No, sir. Actually, I'm a team member of Team Retrotex.
Okay, okay. So meanwhile, when the team joins, can you briefly, interest of time, could you please briefly take us through the approach that you are taking?
Yes, sir. Actually, we're just yes, I can take over that, but it should be that our team leader who knows the all over everything's like all domains over there. So he knows, I mean, all of the
Okay.
structure of our
Shubha, madam.
Yes,
Can we
ma'am.
have fifth team with us so we can tell them to join and these people can join after them?
I'm actually, as per the
Yes,
time
ma'am. I
slot,
actually,
retro team is there. Yes,
yes, ma'am. I
Fatima.
have actually sent them the link and the password to join,
Yes.
and they're saying that
So
someone
I think we can take
having.
next team.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. They're just someone of
Yes.
them are saying that they are having some network issues.
Okay, so tell them to join in 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we are taking presentation of next team. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Then, ma'am,
Okay.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Are they joining, Shubha madam?
Hello. Yes,
Yes,
Shweta
ma'am.
ma'am. I have called to the team lead of the next group, but that team lead haven't replied.
Hello, your voice is not clear, ma'am.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. I'm audible.
Yes.
Now, actually, I have tried to contact. Yes, I'm contacting them, and then I'll let you know if I have received a call. Hello. Good afternoon. Please join the session as the as the session is continued. So please join the session, and the other team will join after. Yes, Shweta ma'am, I have informed for the next team to join the
Hello.
meeting. Yes, ma'am. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I've informed to the next team to join the meeting right now, and they are
So,
supposed to join
are they
after.
joining?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and she Arpa Bardhan. She
Yes,
is from which
yes,
team?
ma'am. Let me check. Ma'am, actually, she's from Alpha. She is from the retro team, which is earlier, which is scheduled right now, but the members are not able to reach. So we are going for the next team. So I'll inform Alpha to join later. Alpha, I'm audible. Alpha, I'm audible. Alpha, hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, your team members are not able to join now, so please join in the last slot.
Yes, ma'am. Network issue.
Yes, yes. So please join in the last slot because the last
Yes, ma'am.
slot is
Yes, ma'am.
scheduled now. Yes, yes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. You are audible. You have logged in with the name of Lenovo, so I do not know your name.
Hello? Hello? May I know? You are not
Hello.
following the proper nomenclature of the meeting. You should follow your team name.
Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Team Satya.
Satya, you haven't followed the nomenclature. There should be the name of your team and yours. Where is your name? And please ask very quickly. Are you the team lead? Hello, I'm audible.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, then please
आवाज
ask
अच्छी
your
नहीं आ
team members to please join quickly.
रही, इतनी आवाज आती है क्या? आवाज अच्छी नहीं आ रही मुझे.
Hello, Akshay, I am audible.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Now you
Yes.
are audible. Yeah.
Okay, then Akshay, please ask your team members to join quickly.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure. Yeah.
Akshay,
Yeah, ma'am.
are they coming?
Yeah, ma'am. They are coming.
We
Just.
are running short of time. Please ask them to join fast.
Yeah, ma'am. They are joining. Just we thought our meeting will be at 12:05 as according to the schedule. Also, our meeting is at
I know,
12:05.
but actually the team retro not able to join due to some network issue. That's why we have allotted you free time.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you can start introducing your work,
Yes.
Akshay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, Grace here. Agre, can you start the introduction?
Yeah, ma'am. This is Akshay from Team Satya, and I will introduce my team members: the Kapil, Prithvi, Agre, and Pratik and Nikita as well. The Pratik and Nikita will join now only. Now I will ask Agre, can you introduce the idea and all?
Good morning, everyone. Our idea is basically a portal where people can go and post complaints against officials. We are providing a
Agra,
free.
please be little bit louder.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. Am I audible now?
Yes, now it is clear.
So our idea is basically a web portal where people can go and post complaints against public officials. We are providing a three way to post complaints. Like there's a WhatsApp chat box, but we don't have data for the WhatsApp chat box now. If you can provide it to us, we can train it. There's a web portal and an Android application, and there is a helpline too where people can go and authenticate using their Aadhaar and post complaints. And after that is the middle layer. The middle layer is an ML algorithm which uses NLP to to segregate complaints on the basis of their severity, so that the acting committee or the people acting on those complaints can actually uh, arrange those in the order of severity and take action against them. And the third thing, which is the Satya admin portal, is a portal for the admin or the acting committee to see those complaints or to see the book of those complaints in the order of severity so that they can take action against it. The
Hi,
workflow
sir.
works.
Good morning. Yeah, go ahead, sir. You can go ahead.
Continue, Kapil.
Yeah, sir. So basically, as per what Agra has said, you can consider our web application or rather the entire system as a three-tier system. Like the first tier could be considered as a user interface, basically what the common people of the country could access easily through the internet and could post complaints. So basically, we're using Django for this, and Django web framework in Python for this. And the basic idea of the user interface is just to post complaints. So on our site, we have this thing called view officials tab. So on that tab, a user could go and basically filter out officials by city, department, and state. So once he filters out, you can view the pictures of all the officials, or rather the data of the officials stored in the databases, like who all are there in that particular day, who is there in the department of police in this city, let's say Mumbai. So you could view the official's profile, and let's say you have faced some misconduct, or the official charged a bribe for you, or the official misbehaved with you, or he threatened to do something to you. So you have an option. You could go to his profile and you could basically post a complaint against him. So when you post a complaint, the person has to undergo Aadhaar verification in order to somewhat reduce the illegitimacy of complaints, I should say. So so as you know, like we currently do not have access to the entire Aadhaar database. So what we thought of doing is building our own mini database. Like since we are 6 members in the team, so just for testing purposes, we have basically this mapping from your Aadhaar number to your details. So what our app essentially does is, like, you have a form which you have to fill, where you have the Aadhaar number, where you fill in your name, where you fill in your gender, where you fill in how old are you, and you submit. So what the backend part does is, for whatever Aadhaar number entered, we have a corresponding phone number, correct, mapped to that particular Aadhaar. So what our system essentially does is, it sends an OTP to that number, corresponding to the entered Aadhaar number in the form. So once you get an OTP on your mobile device, once you enter the correct OTP, you'll be taken to a complaint form where you could basically tell what exactly happened to you. You could give the report a title, you could give a content, and one unique feature which we thought of adding was linking it to social media platforms. So yeah, so one unique idea which we thought of was integrating with a social media platform such as Facebook. So what essentially our platform does is, it displays the complaints on our site. Basically, a normal common person like me could go to the site and view complaints of, again, the complaints could be filtered out by a lot of things, like by city, department, and state. Like it could be filtered out by that. So what essentially we try to do is, when a third person views a complaint, at the bottom you could see a small Facebook button, like a small button with share to Facebook written on it, where the person has the ability to share the complaint to a social media platform like Facebook. So this button is only shown to the person when the complainant, basically, let's say a third person faced some problem against an official. He has the access, or he has basically the right to tell whether his complaint can be shown to other people to as being having the Facebook share button. So if he says no, so the complaint would not be shown with that button. So let's say I say yes, so then you could see the button. Like a common person like me could basically go like, oh, okay, this complaint is a little severe, and I think it deserves to be exposed at a higher level, let's say a social media platform. So he has the opportunity to share that complaint, like a third person. So that is one. And ma'am, I had one small, sirs and ma'am, I had one small question from you guys. Like I was just considering the legal issues, like is it possible to show the complaints? So now what we're doing is, we're just showing officials, like we're just showing which department they work in, what is their name, what is their city, and what is their designation, and which state do they reside in. But can we display the complaints as being mapped to that official name? Like, is it legally correct?
I think, in my view, I think it is not correct. I think Arindam sir will explain it more better.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am. So in my purview, it is absolutely not correct, because you are violating the person's right. It is everyone, be it any official. First of all, you are dealing with officials who are state government or central government officials. Primarily, it's a violation of individual rights. Secondarily, you cannot directly vilify one government official without any evidences or clear direction.
So I have
Oh, okay.
now, yeah. So once the complaint is verified, after that, can we post it?
A very tricky question. Yes, you can, but at the same time, I need to check. I know I can probably you can post it in the group, and probably we can brainstorm and answer this, because I do not have a ready-made answer to this as of now, because press.
Some other team members are also in the call. So is it possible?
Oh, okay. So if you moderator, ma'am, if you could ask them to leave for as of now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other members, please join the meeting at 12:10. Kindly leave because this is the session of Satya team. So retro team, please join after this. Retro team, please join after this session at 12:10. Kindly leave now. So join, please leave now. Join until 12:10.
I don't
Sir,
think he has
you were
left till now.
saying.
Like,
Yeah, I don't think he left, ma'am. He's still there.
Yes, I'm trying.
okay, yeah, he's left. Yeah,
I'm trying to.
no problem. Yeah, I'll continue. Like, so thank you so much for your advice. Yeah, that was actually a very important piece of thing you told us.
Yeah. First of all,
So,
if I may continue for a second, please. Yeah. So
sure, sir.
one thing is after the court said directs that one person is evidentially caught, or a judgment is there against the person, then generally press media can write the names, right? But beforehand, I don't think it is morally correct also to use this database or your platform with the personal information.
Yeah, so as of now, we have not done that. We haven't implemented it because we were again very we were critical. This is actually a really critical thing you addressed. Like, we wanted to know, like, if you could do that. So yeah. So like, one thing I had, like, we can display like the basic details of the official, right? Like the official's profile picture, his name and department, city and state, and
No,
more importantly, designation.
profile picture is something which is personal information. Again, if you want to let people, first of all, if I may go back by one step, I just wanted to know, why do you have to inform this in the social media? What is the reason behind this, or intent behind this?
Right. So what we are actually doing is, as of now, what we have thought of, this official, we are not making any data of the officials public. As of now, we do not have that. We just have this feature where a person could just view complaints. He cannot view the official data. So that's why we wanted to address it. So I'll get into the social media part. What we're doing is basically the complaints can be again filtered out. Again, the complaint would be filed in a certain city.
Kapil. I think
Yeah, time is
some other team person. Yeah, time is up,
Yes,
and some other team person is
Maybe.
also there.
Yeah, we can. It's fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now next team member is allowed to start your presentation. Team members to please join. Last group, retro group, ask the team members to join. Members are there in the group.
Ma'am, they are joining. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, till then you can continue your work.
Sorry, ma'am, it's not audible.
All the members are.
Yes, ma'am, they're trying to join.
Bhaskar, meanwhile, you can introduce your work or your team member, other team member who have joined. Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
Yes. So any one of you can introduce your work because you all are running short of time.
Or maybe if you want to, ask something that we can quickly go through.
Yes, yes.
What? Double? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Arindam sir, what to do?
Ma'am, can you enable my phone to come online because it's saying that your host has not allowed you. So if you can allow my mobile to come in, you can have a video conference because in my laptop I don't have my webcam.
Shubha madam, please allow.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I have given the option.
Give me 1 second, I'll check. See, it's still telling me that you're not allowed to join the meeting. Some sort of issue is happening. I mean, if you want to continue without the camera, it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, we are absolutely okay without the camera.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get the PPT on. How do we? Ma'am, there's no option of showing the PPT here. I'm actually using the browser, so I'm not seeing any option over here. Okay, share screen.
So you can quickly go run through the entire approach, and if you want to ask anything or discuss anything, you can discuss quickly.
Sir, we actually created an intuitive app. Like it can be used by the authorities and the victims to actually communicate with each other. It's not a chatting app, but it's more like a sequencing process-based app. Uh,
Okay. So is that all, or you want to discuss anything or ask anything, or you're just okay? May I know who is the group lead?
So he was the group leader, but I think he is having some internet issues right now.
So in his absence, if you could, if you could ask anything that you probably in the group you were discussing or something
Well,
where
this session is it for like presenting what we have made or just asking stuff?
you may or you may not. It's your choice. If you want to show us something, you can. If you do not want to and want to discuss or get some, probably some help, that also you can ask for.
So I would like to give the idea of what we have made. So this is an app, and if the victim, if there is a victim who I mean, someone has taken bribery from him, then he can report through this app to the top level administration, and those admins have an option to, I mean, they have admin panel, and they can go and check the reports that have been submitted and try to resolve the problem. And this is the main idea.
Okay. So in your view, what is the USP of your solution? What you offering?
I didn't get that USP or what?
Say what is the what is the key factor that is in your solution, which is a key differentiator probably from other solutions or other, there are other groups working on the same thing. Which what do you think is special in your case or solution?
The specialty is that the user can connect to the administration there where there is no corruption, hopefully, through our app reporting. I think the leader is back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back.
Sir, I have a
So
question.
Yeah, sir, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
I somehow got it to work. Okay, sir, I'll start from the beginning so that you can have a good idea how it works. Sir, we are representing RK58, and my team's name is Retrotex. I'm gonna get you to a fast track of what's going on with us in our project. See, in there's a lot of problem in India about corruption and bribery. You can see, there's 92% of Indian people have paid bribery of their own expenses, equivalent to 222 crore. So what we think is a great solution is to create an app which will actually tackle this situation, in a gentle manner. So let's get through the process. See, once if there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of hampering in infrastructure growth, tax revenue, and fair employment, foreign domestic investment, and impedes international trade. To prevent this, we'll tell you how it works. So this app will actually report mainly on the issues of government regulatories, police, sales, access, and weighing and measuring. All the corruption will be actually compiled in a database, so it is secure. It's not accessible by normal people. And the victims can access this app using a smartphone. It can be it can be mostly Android, but this app also has a capability of working in iOS because it's running on React Native. So what are the information that we need actually to register you for this app? You can use your mobile number, email, current email address, or your current address, and evidence of corruption. Now everything depends on evidence. So if you can get a photo, voice recording, or maybe a call recording, or maybe even a video, a small clip of a video is also enough, to actually upload in the data server, and then it will be evaluated by the authorities, and we'll tell you how it's done. And to prevent this kind of issues, people can either use voter ID card or other card for actually preventing spam, because there's a lot of people who just go into the website for joke and they actually mislead the thing. So we can use the other card to identify who's actually lying and who's not lying. So the authorities can actually appoint a lot of things through that website and interact with the victim and tell what's the situation. If they have to fix an appointment, they can fix it through the app. Now, practical method, as there's no human interaction, because here no one is actually going to hamper you or threaten you that, oh, why are you complaining, why are you doing this. So this actually, and this is even time efficient, because if you have faced bribery, that moment itself you can actually report this case rather than making it too late by going to the police station, waiting in the line, this kind of situation. And this guarantees data protection because this is actually saved in the database, and you know how database management system works. So here is a overview of how this is actually working. User reports the data, it's recorded into the database. The evidence, if it's, the authorities can check if the evidence is sufficient or not, and they can approve yes or no. And if it's a yes, then the application will be actually, they'll have to, be in interactions. You can see administrator and user interaction over here. And if the evidence has been approved, then there'll be solutions given by the authorities, and there'll be option for that through the admin panel. So this is a standardized process, and nature of the insurance is recorded over here. Authorities are prompted to respond to the victim in 3 days, most probably, because it's a fast service. And any problem that are alerted will be flagged, so the higher authorities can cross-check and resolve the corruption cases. This is the same thing. This is the process. Now let's take you to a bit of snapshots. The app is yet on work, but we are just working on it. But here is a working overview. You can sign in and sign out, and here is the logo for this, as this is the Bureau of Police Research and Development's logo. This is the login, and this is the sign up. You can check the sign up over here. You can check every detail, what's being added or what's not being added. And then here you have options. Now you can see there are 2 bars. These bars have more than 1,000 options. You can literally choose which ministry subdivision, or what this ministry is holding. Let's say if you're taking airport, there's immigration, there is customs and tax inside the airport. You can choose options, and you'll see it later on. And you can write 1,000 letter. Now we kept default setting as 1,000 letter, but it can be increased if it's requested. And now you can report this as a victim or a witness. If you have witnessed this, you can report this, or if you can report as a victim. And you can add maximum of 3 files. But if you want to increase this also, we can change the settings and increase these files. We have no problem. But then there's more to it. Now we'll see in this side that you can see in your left that there is a screenshot showing you that if your report has been reviewed or not. See, this feature lets the user know that how much long the process is going to take, and they'll even tell you that if it's under process, if it's finished, or if the if the evaluation has started or not. You can check this through the admin panel easily. Now this is our admin panel. You see there's a lot of options here, which shows you actually how the things are being done. You see the change status option is there. If it's not reviewed, it's not reviewed. It means it's not touched. If it's changed to under process, means someone has reviewed this. And if it says finished with a solution, means your evidence has been approved and the solution has been given. But if it says that the process has been terminated with lack of evidence, that means the user will come to know that they have lack of evidence. And here the time is recorded, the email ID is recorded, everything is recorded for quality assurance purposes. And they can even download the evidence if they want from the admin panel. Yeah, these are the things. So if you have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, commendable thing. One query, like this is essentially you are saying that your system is such that it gives an app-based solution primarily. Not only a victim, but also a witness can register a report. Evidence plays a very important role, because I didn't see any cross path where without any evidence one can register a report. Is that so?
Yeah, you have to actually use evidence to report the thing.
So in case, so you are promoting that everybody, in case of going to a government department, will carry a video or audio recorder. Is it like that?
If they want, they can reply without the evidence. Now it depends on the authority if they want to evaluate with or without the evidence. It depends on them, because I'm not the admin or I'm not the government official. So it depends on the government official.
Okay, so in that case, I would like to tell you one thing, that evidence is something that court asks, and police department of police searches for it, right? Evidence is not something that police asks, right? So probably there is a basic difference in understanding probably here. So without an evidence, we can register a case. That is first thing. And second thing is, if required, then only the evidence, because evidences are very important and confidential, right? You cannot give away evidence like anything. Yeah. So that is one thing. And second thing is how you are managing. Is that like your solution offering ends when a registered complaint is acted upon, or the mitigation too?
I didn't get you. Can you elaborate the thing?
Say for example, I'll take 1 minute time to elaborate it. Say for example, somebody has faced a problem in the rationing department or food department, right? And he wants to
Mm-hmm.
register a complaint. So he complains that it goes to the police department. So it is
Mm-hmm.
essential that the police verifies it to the respective department, right? That if
Yeah, yeah.
at all this is correct, that the official is of this department or not, because there might be false allegations as well. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm. Then
So is there
yeah,
any,
then it'll be flagged. There's
yeah,
a
so
flagging method over here.
in case there is any collaborative methodology or workflow which
Yeah.
you are considering with the different departments, like a grievance cell probably from each department can get this report every day,
Yes,
something
yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes. Because you see, there are options that we have added. Now, which part of the, let's say you have selected the option food and beverages or something like this, there'll be subdivisions for these apartments over here also. Now, depending on that, it will be saved on that databases, and they can actually, collaborate with the grievance department from the other, other ministries or other government bodies to actually collaborate and understand the situation.
Okay, that's all. Yeah. So in case you have any query, you can ask.
So, sir,
Hello.
do you want me to add any other options over here or any other things which you think?
Yeah, I just have a question. This is Dr. Sriram here. I just have a question. Do
Yes,
we
sir.
have anything for analysis of the trend? For example, if a particular you are having rationing system,
Hello,
you are
sir.
going to another.
Hello.
You are having. Could you hear me? Am I audible?
Sir, I can't understand. Sir, can you repeat the question? I did
I'll
not
repeat
get
the
an,
question. No problem. No problem. I'll repeat it. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Right, right. I just have a question. So, can we analyze something like this department is getting consistently more number of complaints? This department is running
Mm-hmm.
fine. So, we can probably
Mm-hmm.
get the best practices out of the department where there are very limited number of complaints versus the departments where they have so many number of complaints. So, we can also understand that
Yes,
this is
yes,
the
yes, sir.
place where do you have a setup like that? Do you compare anything like that?
Sir, we have this is just a this depends on database query. If you tell us to add it, we can add it, for you in the admin
If
panel.
you no, this is just a suggestion. See to that if you have time and if you can add
Mm-hmm.
it, because there are, say for example, 10
Mm-hmm.
departments in a particular state government control or central government control. There are 10 departments. They can also understand which department is
Mm-hmm.
working so good, and that department can be awarded. So people are actually awarding departments. There are awards that are
Yes,
given to the
yes,
best
sir.
performing departments like that, right? So we can add some value to it, and the evaluation can be completely automated right now. So it need not be done otherwise. This can be done with the number of complaints and the way they have reacted to the complaints, and how much time do they need to act on a
Yes,
complaint?
sir.
How long is the complaint open?
This
What is
can
the
be
kind
done.
of response? So you try to include it, and if this can be done, it's a great product. I'm really happy the way you presented it.
Yeah, sir, we actually spent a lot of time because we thought we searched the laws and all these things to actually get the thing done. Because we
Right.
try to understand, because we are not lawyers, but we try to understand what they're trying to say. So we try to
Exactly.
implement whatever we understood from their, Indian
No,
constitution.
it's a good job. It's a
So,
good job.
sir,
I'm
as
very
you,
happy the way you crafted it. Just see to that if this can be
yeah.
included, because this is just a value add, and if it can be done, that's great.
Okay, sir. So you want me to add the thing like evaluation on the basis of which government body is doing good or which is
Correct,
doing
correct. There
very
can be
bad?
star
This kind of.
rating or something. There can be star rating or something that they give after the problem is sorted out. When I launch a complaint, the complaint takes 10 days to solve, 15 days to solve, 20 days to solve. Some complaints are
Mm-hmm.
never solved. So we need to understand
Yes, yes,
how
sir.
do they respond to the complaints? How do they react to the complaints is very important, right? So that's what I'm thinking. What do we do? Because whenever I
Mm-hmm.
give a complaint against the system that is issuing a ration card to us, I never got my ration card till I'm married before 13 years. I have applied for it 5 times, and every time he gives
Yes,
the
I
right
have
documents,
seen.
but still I did not get it. So I raised complaints. I have given RTA, but still it didn't work. So
Mm-hmm.
is there a system that can track it? And how long is the pending? Is the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
question pending? That's you think about it, and if it can
Sir,
be done within the short duration that you have, do it. Otherwise, don't take pain. You can say that as future work. I'm planning to do this as future work.
Mm.
I'm going to improve this in future. So whatever you have done, you can say you have done now, and whatever you want to do, you can add it as vision. Right?
Okay,
We
sir.
can
I'll
always
add this.
say we
This
are
is
going to
easy.
implement it tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, so within, I'll try to add it because I think this seems easy. This is just on the
I
basis
think
of reviews and breaking.
by using some statistical methods, you can do that.
Absolutely.
Whatever sir
Absolutely.
is saying.
Yes, sir. I think the easiest manner I think we can review, add this is by ratings because as he has said, the ratings method is actually good because people can rate when they go to an institution or
Exactly.
organization how they feel inside it. So I get the point. So, sir, I'll try to add this.
Please.
I'm noting it down.
Rest all is very
Sir,
good
any
and
other?
nice presentation, nice idea.
Okay, sir. Sir, any other suggestions from any of the panelists? Hello.
I think it's done from our end, so probably we
Yes,
can
yes.
go on.
Okay, sir. Sir, okay. Sir, one more last thing. Every details added to this app, if the app is quitted also, it's persisted, means it'll be saved. So if the person goes back to the app, the details what he's entered will be saved. So it will not go off the cache memory, if anyone is understanding the meaning of this. Okay, sir? Thank you.
Right.
Okay. All the best. Thank you. Keep sending your progress on Slack.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay, ma'am.
All the best, kids.
Oh.
Do well. All the best.
Okay. Thank you. All the best.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
everyone.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best.
Now we are ending the meeting.
So shall we log off?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yes, sir.
We are ending the
Yes,
meeting.
sir.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.